When was the last time you questioned a memory? The first time I did it was during college. I was hanging out with some friends and we started swapping stories about childhood. One of my friends mentioned a family camping trip that I should have been a part of. He described this elaborate fort made of logs that he and his brother built. Excited to share my own memories of the trip, I said, "Wait, I remember that. The fort was actually a treehouse." Everyone stared at me. It turns out I wasn't on that trip. My memory of a special childhood moment didn't match up with the people who were actually there. I felt embarrassed, confused. Was I crazy? Am I now? Neuroscientist Dr. Sherry Turkle wonders if we all have a similar experience at some point. We all have memories that color our sense of who we are, she says. But how well can we trust those memories? Well, it turns out, not as well as you might think. Our brains don't record memories like a video camera records a sunset or a cell phone records a song. In fact, scientists say that every time we recall a memory, we're actually reconstructing it, putting together bits and pieces from different parts of the brain. And this reconstruction can be faulty. Our memories are often inaccurate, incomplete, even bizarre. Think about it. If your brain could perfectly record everything, you should be able to remember every detail of your first day at school or the day you learned to ride a bike. But odds are your memory of these events is fuzzy at best. How many times have you said, "I remember the first time I saw you," and then gotten confused because the memory you pictured did not include the person you were talking to? That's because memory works more like writing an essay than recording a video. Each time you recall something, you're working with a limited set of clues and filling in the blanks with what you think should have happened. Some pieces of the puzzle may be missing, others may be completely wrong. Neuroscience researcher Dr. Nader Garbage explains that memories are also influenced by our emotions. Memories of positive events like weddings and graduations tend to stick around longer than memories of more mundane events like grocery shopping or commuting. But it's the everyday memories that make up most of our lives. The challenge is to find a way to remember these important but ordinary moments without the aid of emotion. One approach some experts are exploring is creating reminders that are more memorable in themselves. For example, attaching a special meaning to numbers or using rhymes or wordplay. On the flip side, forgetting isn't always a flaw. In fact, sometimes it's essential to our survival. Imagine if you never forgot a face or a name or a conversation. You wouldn't be able to focus on new people entering your life because you'd be stuck in a loop of previous encounters. Dr. Turkle points out that the ability to forget is key to our mental health. Without it, we couldn't escape the painful memories that cause us emotional distress. So memory isn't just about remembering, it's also about forgetting. It's a balancing act that allows us to move forward while honoring the past. But here's the big question. If our memories are so unreliable, if they're often inaccurate and incomplete, then what is real? Are we truly the sum of our memories? Or are we just a story our brains tell themselves over and over again? In a world where technology allows us to capture and replay moments in time, it's tempting to think that we can trust our memories. After all, they're our memories. They must be true. But the truth is, our memories are as fragile as they are powerful. They shape who we are, but they can also betray us. They allow us to remember the past, but they can also rewrite it. Ultimately, the mystery of memory is not just about science. It's about identity. It's about truth. It's about the fragile line between who we were and who we believe we are. So the next time you look at a faded photograph or listen to a familiar song, remember that the past is not a place we can revisit. It's a story we tell ourselves over and over again, a story that's both real and imagined, both true and false. The story of us. If you enjoyed this episode, I bet you'll love our episode on dreaming. Why do we dream and why do we forget our dreams? You'll find the link below. Thanks for watching.